GM 签名。
还跟 master。
GM 是那个西洋棋最高阶的。
Okay, let's start. Hello. I am recording now. Good evening, everyone. Well, we're gonna start from the very, very basic because some people here doesn't know nothing about, right? Zero. And Joseph know already a lot. Andy have one idea already. So we have like this piece. This is called in English palm.
Palm.
So in Chinese should be ping.
Bing.
I actually don't know.
I think it's ping like it's in Chinese chess, right? Yeah, ping. Yeah. So we have the ping, the pawn. It's basically is the soldier.
Palm.
Yeah. The bishop. The bishop should be equivalent to.
Bishop.
Yeah. It could be also
Soldier.
a kind of elder in a church, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Deacon.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it could be a deacon. Could be a in Chinese chess. Should be the advisors. There are two advisors in Chinese chess, right?
Oh, I don't know Chinese.
Yeah.
主教.
And we have here the rook. The rook is, well, some people call tower, if you translate to English, like in Portuguese called torre. Torre is tower in English. Or rook.
Tower.
Yeah.
This is tower.
Yeah. So in this pawn, yeah.
Tower.
So we have like 8 pawns, 2 bishops, 2 towers, and this is obvious. It's a horse.
The horse.
I mean, sorry. In English, it's called knight, but in Chinese or Portuguese, it's called horse. If you translate, and yeah, it's a horseman or knight. Knight is the horseman, right? So we have two knights. Yeah, 2 knights. And finally, we have the most powerful piece is called queen.
Queen. Most powerful.
Yeah. In Portuguese, we call dama or rainha. That means the lady. Dama is lady, or queen is rainha.
Oh.
Yeah. And how do you call this in Chinese?
That's like queen.
皇后
Huh?
皇后
Huang Ho in Chinese. Oh,
also queen.
okay. So this is Huang Ho in Chinese, right?
皇后.
Huang Ho, never heard about. Yeah. And this is Huang, 还是皇帝？
国王.
国王.
King.
So what's the difference between 国王 and 皇帝？
皇帝 is emperor.
Emperor.
Yeah,
Well,
more,
since this
more
is-
Chinese.
Since this is Western, it wouldn't be. It
Wow.
wouldn't be, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the king. So the king is the piece most useless and the most important. If you checkmate the king, checkmate is when you like attack him and he has no way to escape. If you trap him, he has no way to escape. It's checkmate. It's end of game. So all of these pieces are here to serve this useless
That's true.
political person here who is back in a real war, right? Sorry, but I cannot talk about politics here. Okay, that's it. So we have a basically black and white pieces. But now we have a modern chess sets. I saw this week yellow against green, or I forgot the other colors I saw. Orange and the other color I forgot, totally forgot. And we have many kinds of material. This one is plastic, but I would say the classic is wood. I like wood. We have metal, and this week I saw for the first time rubber. Rubber.
Oh.
Yeah, made of rubber. So it's a very soft pieces. You can how to say, yeah, You can fold the pieces. And this is made of wood, but this is low quality. And there is also magnetic. Yeah. In here. Yeah. We have a very small magnetic pieces. I had more sets before, but I sold it. Big pieces that I bought in Tunisia, Peru, China.
Okay, overlap.
Yeah, other places.
You can continue.
So we just explained the name of the pieces. Okay. How is the disposition on the board? Usually, if you don't know, and some people don't know, the white square, the white house, should be always in your right side, always.
White.
Yeah, so you
It's
should
the
put
right side.
you should put your pieces like this, not here, never here, okay? Because here the black is in the right side. It's wrong, totally wrong, okay?
White is right.
Yeah, white's right. That's why. It's a thing.
Okay.
Wait.
I have none.
And the white queen always in the white house,
Okay.
and the black queen always facing the white queen. So black queen, black house, white queen in white house. Okay, and then we have the kings, the useless guys. We have the pawns ready to die here. Can you help me with the black pawn?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have the two towers, like in a castle. We find the towers always in the corners, right? So it's the same thing in the chess.
The tower is corner.
So you have only to memorize now the bishop and the horse, or the knight, actually. Well, let's say the bishops or the advisors in some countries, they are important pieces, so they go just right here beside the queen and king.
Okay.
And the knights, well, there's left only here, right? Obviously. Jana,
Okay.
you know right?
So the rook is also named tower.
In Portuguese, yes. I don't know in English. Can you recall tower?
I think it's just rook. In
Just
English,
rook, yeah.
in English it's rook.
But if you say rock, you can understand. You say tower, you can understand, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I think like in Portuguese. If we say
Don't know.
we say tower, but if you say castle, like castello, people can understand, but nobody never heard castello
cool.
before. But we can understand. Oh, you mean
Fancy
tower?
words.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna explain the movements.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with these two important pieces. I mean, one important and one useless.
Should I?
The movement is similar. They can go to any direction, any, like vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, and the queen can go as many as she wants. Okay, she can jump 1, 2, 3 until 7 houses, not 7, maybe more houses here, right? 1, 2, 3, 7, yeah.
Can queen jump over her?
No.
No.
The only piece that can jump is the knight. I will explain it later. And the king has the similar movement, but only one house, only one step at once. Yeah, he's slow. The king is fat. He eats too much, so, you know.
Oh,
So we want have unlimited.
What's your
unlimited steps.
Yeah, it's they only make wars, you know. It's useless.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have two bishops. Do you notice that each bishop, one in the black house and the other in the white house here, is the same, the black pieces, right? So the black bishops only move in diagonals. So white bishop, white house only, and the black bishop
Oh.
in the black house only.
Oh,
Always.
White is white.
Yeah, how to say shaded all. Yeah.
Diagonal.
Yeah, so it's the same here. So this piece can take this. When you take a piece, you replace his place. Because when I was very young, when I was like a kid, I didn't know how to play. So I was playing chess like checkers. Like, oh, I gotta take this piece. Okay. It's totally wrong. Okay, it doesn't exist. It's not like checkers. And I don't like checkers, by the way.
I don't know what is it.
Yeah.
I can explain later. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, and we have the rook. The rooks. So the rooks doesn't matter white or black houses, squares. They only walk in this movement like a cross, like vertically or horizontally. Okay, as many as he wants. So it's a very powerful piece. After the queen, the rooks are the most powerful after this girl. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But rook is just one step.
No.
However many.
Yeah, as many as he want. They want. Yeah. And so the queen is a combination of these two movements.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So she's the most important, most powerful piece.
This is the second powerful.
Yes.
How about this? No?
Depends.
Oh.
It's the third most important piece. But depending on how is your game, it can be the knight or the bishop. I will explain this. Maybe you know already. Okay. Okay. The knight. The knight and the. Let's explain how the knight moves here. The knight always moves like L.
Oh,
L. Okay. Like L. One square and two, one and two, or two and one. Yeah.
One square. Okay.
And they can jump over. Like for example, if I'm here, I can jump over and go here or here. You know, there's a L. Inverted L also count. Okay. So the only piece that can jump, it's the knight. Is that clear? So the knight has like a limited movement, but depending on the situation, is very, very powerful. So comparing these both pieces, the bishop and the horse, which one is the most powerful? We can't say, depends. Let's say if the field is open like this, so I would say the bishops are more important in this kind of game. But let's say if there's a lot of pieces in the middle and we don't have how to move the bishops, right? I would say then, where is then? I think the knight is more important because it can jump over, it can go here, it can go here. Okay, and if there is a lot of pieces here, he can go here or can go here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So depends on how is the game. It can be the knight or it can be the bishop. Remember one thing. Double. Thank you. Double horse is very powerful. Okay.
For example.
Double horse. Depends on your game. It's more powerful than a bishop and a knight. I mean double knight. Sorry. Or depending on the game, the double bishops are more powerful than just one knight and one bishop. or depending on the game, the double bishop can be very powerful, more powerful than double knights, or vice versa. Depends on how is your game. Okay.
Do you have an example? How
How powerful it is.
what does it look like to be a double bishop? With
Oh, sorry. I mean when there is when you lost when you lost already your knights, and there is only bishops left, and let's say you trade all the pieces, you don't have not even rooks, not even the queen, you have only the double bishops here, so it's covered a lot of ranks here of you can attack. You forgot? Yeah. Do you remember? So you have a white bishop, a white house bishop, and black house bishops. So it's covered a wide range of houses, and they can go farther than the two horses.
I forgot how the knight moves.
The knights. Oh,
Arrow.
arrow. Yeah.
人家象棋的嘛。
我忘记了
So in this example here, this bishop can take this knight, right? Because yeah, we're gonna make some exercise later. Okay, yeah. And for example, and this knight can take this bishop, or this knight can take also this bishop. Okay, because L. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see here. Name of this movement's notation. Notation. And that's position of the piece on the board. Okay. Okay. There is, when you start studying chess, there is a notation. Are you familiar to the notations, Joseph? No? Are you familiar, Ariel? Probably not. Sorry, because she's also a beginner, right? Are you familiar to the notation?
Oh, just like the A.
Yeah. So if I say, let's say, okay, the coordinate D3. If I say D3, what's the D3 means? It's the pawn going to the third house. Yeah, the third. Yeah, and actually, the notation always starts with let me take this off the table. Always has the white's perspective. So A1 is here. Each house, each square has one name. This is the A1. Always. It's not here, it's not here. That means A1 is always hosting a white rook. Always. Okay? So the H1, this is the line of one, so the other rook. And the eighth line is always belongs to the black, right? So the rook should be placed in the A or HA.
Everyone always won.
Yeah.
White.
So in the second row should be always the white pawn, always. So if you imagine like B2. Where is B2? Who is in B2? White pawn.
White pawn.
Yeah. Who is in D7?
B7.
Black.
Black pawn. So in the second row and the seventh row, it's always pawns. Always. The second belongs to the white and the seventh to the black. So if you start studying chess, you will see some notation like Q.
Q?
Queen. Oh, yeah. So I forgot to tell you some details. We use the notation like P for pawn, B for bishop, K for king, R for rook, and for the knight
M.
we use
M.
N for the knight. It starts with K. It starts with K, but we use the letter N because the K belongs to the king. So king is the K, okay? So sometimes we say they're writing, they're studying the chess movements, and it's written there like for example, the king is here, nobody's here around him, so he can go to any place. And if it's written there like a D, I mean like a C7. Who can go to C7? This right now. Now right now.
Huh?
There is no pieces. Only a king and the 4 rooks. The notation is C7.
C7.
Where is C7? Here. So C7. Who can go to C7 right now?
White king.
Only the white king. Okay. Yeah. In the beginning, you will see, like for example, D6. D6 means the pawn went to here, or D5. It means that. It means this, right? And then if I play D5, you can play this4. And some people, they play in their minds. I cannot do that. They have to imagine the pieces and play.
That's very.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And you have to memorize all your movements. I cannot do that. Only maybe it's the openings I can do that. You know? Yeah. But once I played with my brother on the phone. There was no internet at that time. Yeah, so we were playing, but we need a chess board. He's playing at his home, his chess board, and me with my chess board. And then I forgot who won it, but anyway, so it was a mistake. It's like I mentioned one movement, and maybe he made another movement like this. We get lost.
I think if you won, you would remember.
Yeah.
台湾这个拼怎么弄？
还没有找到。
Yeah.
帮帮
Sorry, I forgot the pin. Yeah. So the pin, the soldier, I mean the pawn. Okay, the pawn. The pawn, like in Chinese chess, only goes forward. Okay? Only goes forward. Straight. Yeah.
Not this, not this.
Yeah.
Only straight.
This is the difference. Because in Chinese chess, after the middle of the board, after the crossing the river, in Chinese chess, you can go to the left or right.
Oh,
Oh, the same?
But not in Western chess, never. So in Western chess, the pawn, he's always going forward and he cannot retreat, he cannot go back. And yeah, his task is to sacrifice his life for the kingdom. But if he reach finally the 8th house,
Can promote.
you can promote. Yeah, you can choose. Finally, from here, you finally get here. You can promote. You can choose any piece like a rook, knight, or bishop, or queen. So this is why usually people get the most powerful. Or sometimes you have 2 ladies here, and you have a big advantage.
Is it possible that people will choose the rook?
It is possible, and in specific games, ending games, some people choose the knight.
变身，那它会
Yeah.
transform。
And sometimes they promote the knight and checkmate. Yeah, depends on the game. Let's say where is the king? King. Where is the king?
King.
Black king.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, for example,
是这样。
yeah. In this case, we have a. I don't know. Let's put here and here. No, here. Okay, this is not here. I don't know. Let's put this here and one piece here and another piece here. In this case, if the pawn will go to c1, if he choose the most powerful piece here, it's meaningless.
Yeah.
But if the person choose wisely, you have to think about wisely. A knight here is checkmate. Yeah, yeah, because the king has no escape here. So this is the knight. The king has no escape here. Yeah, well, let's say there is I don't know, a queen here, for example. Yeah. Okay, just give you an example, right? So let's say, yeah, there is another queen here or a bishop or whatever, right? In this case, if this became a knight, it's checkmate, right? He cannot take this piece, cannot go here, cannot go here, cannot go here, and cannot go here because it's also check, because there is protected here, or whatever, another piece here.
What if the pawn wants to become is not that? Like he wants to be
A rook?
yeah, maybe.
It can be any piece, but in this case specifically, if you make promotion to a rook, you cannot do a checkmate.
Well, I mean, there's already 2 rooks, and can he become a rook?
Yeah. So, theoretically speaking, you can have 9 queens.
Every
In the
pawn,
game.
every pawn promotes.
Yeah, but it's
9
impossible to. Yeah, it's almost impossible. Let's say
Messy.
you can have 9 queens, you can have 10 rooks, you can have 10 bishops or 10 knights, but not the king. You cannot have. Yeah.
Like more
More political.
more like the 棋子.
No.
So how do you know the one that?
Oh, well, you have to say, oh, this is, let's say, oh, pretend this is this piece. You have to memorize because it's ending game already.
Oh.
So probably you will not have problem like and this set it will have like 2 queens already, because usually people promote to the queen like here, like 2 white queens and 2 black queens. Okay, I think it's more than enough. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now explaining the pawn. The pawn, how he moves. He in the beginning he only goes straight forward only. He cannot go to the left or right. One by one step at once. But in the beginning, he can make 2 movements. Only the first step. Only. Okay? Okay. I explained already the so that's
Rook. 它的 movements
斜的。
对，斜。
yeah.
然后 horse L， 还有 pawn 是往前，然后 king 是一个一个，它都可以，斜都可以，然后 queen 也是都可以。
对，它是几步都可以。
哦。
Yes.
Bishop's one.
Diagonal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Horse L, like L.
It kind of looks like it.
That's
Yeah.
better to memorize.
The what?
Shadow.
If you put it upside down, it looks like L.
Oh. How about the
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to move. This is 1 4, right?
Yeah. Or actually, right.
And this is 斜线 like this.
Yes.
The queen is this is the queen. Any direction.
Yes.
Any direction.
然后queen is whatever you want.
No, like 只能这个方向，这个方向。哦，选一个方向走，看两。
Oh, the back also.
Yes.
Oh.
And also back. Yeah. The only piece that has to go only forward is the pawn. All the other pieces can go forward and backward or yeah.
And
车讲错了，这个是直的，这是十字车。
L
L like
this. Okay, you start here.
yeah.
Where can you go? Yes. The other option. Where? Okay,
First
here's one.
step forward.
Or one step, two step.
Yeah. 2 1 or 1 2.
都可以。
Yeah, to the left or side. So here's one option. Are you nodding? Yes.
Yeah.
And 2 1 2
Yes.
Yes.
1 2
Yes.
Yes. 还有后面也可以去。
后面
Yeah. So you are here.
2
Now start. Yeah. Or you start here. Yeah, you can go here.
and 2 1
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know for beginners they will take some time to memorize.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember actually, but I know for beginners will take some time.
Long
I know like Ariel and Joseph, they know already how to play. So if you know Chinese chess, it will be easier to memorize also. But the difference between Chinese chess and Western chess, and now talk about a little bit about history. The origin of chess, nobody knows exactly, but probably maybe it was created during the Persia Empire during that time. So in India, it could be India originally, but not this version. So this could be a variation of the original Indian or Persian chess. Okay, yeah. Before talk about the rules, let me talk about talk about the movements. I didn't finish the pawn. Okay, so the pawn has this peculiaridade. Let's say particularity. Yeah, let's say. So they can. No, here's the white. Here's the black. Yeah, they can move 1 or 2 houses, as I told you, right? So let's say that I was here, and finally I've reached this place, and you are here, and you want to move 2 houses, 1 and 2, right? At once, because it's your first
step to
first step. You can move 2 or 1.
Or two.
1, yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah, but let's say
yes.
your first step,
Second time is just 1. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say your first step was only 1 square. I have the right to take this, right? Yeah, because the pawn. Yeah, sorry, I didn't explain. The pawn only take the piece in diagonal.
Any pieces.
Any piece, any, including the king. Yeah. But if you take the king, it's checkmate. So let's say if the white's here, the white cannot take this piece.
Because should be
Always. Let's say that if diagonal. So this pawn here, Jackie, cannot take this and cannot take this. Never.
Okay.
But if this pawn moves here, you can take it. Okay. Or some people they don't know. They know how to move this, but they don't know about the en-passant. En-passant is a French word. I don't know in Portuguese. There is no Portuguese. We use en-passant. I don't know in English. I forgot to search. En-passant means if this pawn decides to move 2 pieces, so it's supposed to move 1, 2. It can take this.
Oh.
It's
It's really weird.
This is called
I don't understand.
It's really weird.
I don't understand.
This is called en-passant. You know already, right? You know the rule, but
Please, once more.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, you taught me last week, remember?
Oh, you only knew last week this
Yeah.
movement?
It doesn't come up often.
Once more.
But you
once
know,
more.
now you know.
Please, I
Huh?
don't know.
Yeah, I know it's weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah, for the first time. Okay,
What?
let's
Slowly, please.
Yeah, I will try slowly.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
fast.
Okay. Wait, why? This is second one. Okay. So let's say all the whites here. Let's put some blacks. No, it's enough. I think it's enough. Yeah. Here. Some. Let's say this is here. Common happening. So if I decide to go here, the black has the right to take this piece. Okay, but this should be placed here.
That's weird.
The 80s, yeah,
only
only
on
on the
the
first
first step
movement,
of
on the first step, yeah, because it's supposed to move here first, right? But he decided to move here.
But he
So-
said that.
Yeah,
So,
so that
no matter how he move, he will
Be
die.
taken.
he can be taken, no matter 1 or 2 steps.
Oh.
Yeah, because you are in my how to say, crossfire. Is this in English, dia de fogo? You are my line of attack.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
Line of attack.
Line of like
它可以攻击的。
yeah,
哦，攻击方
yeah,
位。
so I
Yes,
can,
here,
I could take you here, because you should supposed to move here first and then here. But the first step you can move 2 houses. So it's my line of attack. I can take you here. Okay? Or if you move here, I supposed to make this, right? So if you move 2 houses, it's the same thing. I place my piece here and I take you here.
So it's better.
weird.
It's better for
And I can
it
take
to
you.
not to move.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But let's say if you move 2 houses here, and I decide not to take you because I'm good and nice guy, or have another strategy. If I decide not to take you here at this moment, and I wait for another round, another turn, I cannot take you anymore. I have to take you right away, or immediately, or never, ever, never. Or you wait another opportunity here this side.
Wait, so why would you ever want to do this?
Why?
Or like, yeah, or
Well, it's quite common people doing this and people not taking. It's quite common because you don't want. Yeah, because if I take here, you gotta take here, and I don't want to lose this piece.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and this is protected by this, and for me in my strategy, I think this position is more strategic for me. For example, depends on my game here. Okay, this guy here, he take the risk. He took all the risk. Maybe he will not take if I do this. Maybe he will not take if I do this. Maybe not. Yeah, and sometimes this happens. Maybe I just let it go. And sometimes you also do that, right? You just I don't want to take him. I will not take. I went here and I don't want to take. Yeah, because I have some strategies here, some bishops here. I don't know.
So usually people don't
Yeah.
take.
No, it's not usual. It's not usual. It happens a lot. It depends on the game. Yeah, on the strategy. But the strategy is something more advanced. Later when we're gonna play, so you can make any blunders, stupid movements, and just to learn how to move pieces. And I think final area is so happy because she can beat anyone here.
Not Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph is quite good player here already. Yeah. Let me see here. Okay, explaining the pawn opening. Explain. Oh, the promotion. Explain the en-passant. The cast. Casting. Many beginners, many people, they know how to move pieces, but there are 2 things they don't know. It's the en-passant that I just explained, and the casting. Let's use the black. You know what's casting? It's another rule. We read this. castling. We change. We switch the places with the.
But we
The knight.
need to learn first basic rules.
Yeah, but this also belongs to the basic. But some people they don't know because nobody never ever taught them, so they don't know. But it's very important, the castling and how you make the castling. How you make the castling? There are the small castling and the big castling. In Portuguese we call hockey. It's a totally different word. So the castling is the movement, is the only movement that the king can walk 2 houses. It's an exception.
What is castling?
It's called castling in English.
What is that?
I'm going to just explain you right now. It's when the king moves 2 houses. So, yeah, always the king move first, not the rook, and not simultaneously. Some people do this. It's wrong. Okay?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
promising.
you cannot do this. It's wrong. Officially, the king move first. If the king decides to move to my right, 1, 2, and the rook go to another side. This is called castling. It's an exception.
Yeah, but like move like
Yeah,
is a
and it has to be.
So it's exception.
Yeah, it's exception.
not word.
No, it's impossible. It's only in this case.
Like there's no other pieces here.
It has to be free here. These 3 houses and
Has to
these
be
2
free
houses.
here.
Yeah, totally free.
Only these 3
Yeah,
bottom.
no queen here, no knight here,
If
no.
they already move
What is that?
It's
emergency.
yeah, it's not there. And no bishop
It's just
here.
an emergency.
Can you remind me how does this move?
This move like a
Cross?
cross.
So, you mean castling is this take move first?
Yes.
Then
2
you can choose
houses.
left or right?
Yes.
Close to the tower.
Yeah. To the rook. Yeah.
And
So
which side should the rook be?
to the opposite side. If he was here, like he moved 2 houses,
Yeah,
1, 2, and then it's magic.
Jump.
Jump
And this
over.
move's
一
called
定要
castling.
来这里吗？
一定要 yeah.
Oh,
一定要来。
这个叫做
And
castle.
then this
So
move,
We'll do this simultaneously. It's alright. Because
So
it
it's
needs to go.
to then here.
Yeah, for beginners, weird. But I played like thousands and thousands of games. So it's normal for us. So it's the same thing here to the right side, the smaller castling. You move 2. The king always start to move to the left.
This is one time we can do.
Only once.
only once?
Oh.
and
Only once in his life in this game.
So it will not be, for
Just
example,
say table
here, the
是
next
一次
move
就
you take in here.
one two and
No,
对
no,
对，
no.
然后是一
Yeah,
个
So it's
比
all
赛里面
together.
是
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah, there are more details, much more details. It's not just that. Do you remember the En-passant rule? The En-passant when
2 step and pound.
yeah, and the En-passant supposed to walk here first, right? Step here. So it's supposed to be in a crossfire, the line of attack. Okay. But let's say there is a bishop here. I cannot make the rook, the castling. I cannot make the castling because he's
哦，
being attacked, right?
对对哦，
I cannot. It's impossible.
天天会死掉。
Yeah. So 这边我不可以去，你看 it's
这
impossible.
个大家可能会
Yeah.
死掉。
哦。
Right?
会吗？会被吃掉吗？
Mm-hmm.
怎么
Yeah.
吃？
写
One,
的
two.
哦，对。
I see. Or to the left side. I cannot do that because it's also in check. When the king
他
is
会这样子吗？
yeah,
它会
它
斜的
Yeah.
斜的
Oh,
来
it's a Taurus has it there.
Yeah. So when the king is being attacked, we call he's in check position. So he is in check, so it's impossible to move him. Let's say in the other example, the bishop in the black house. Can we make or not?
Enough or what?
Can we make the castling or not?
Oh.
Can we block them? We can block them.
So if we can, which side we can and which side we cannot. If the knight supposed to, yeah, 1, 2,
还是 1 2
yeah. So we can do here, right?
嗯哼
No problem, right?
斜的 1 2
Yeah.
所以
I think maybe you don't know this because I didn't know that until I start playing chess.com. Now this was something new because I believe that when any of these 5 houses here are being attacked, the king could never ever do the castling. But I was wrong. It is possible to one side, not to the other.
I think he found out when he was playing against me, and he was really annoyed.
So, and this is because okay, if you move 2 pieces, 1, 2, 1, 2, I am not in the line of attack of any of the enemy pieces, right? So I can do the castling because doesn't matter. The rook can cross the line of fire, right?
Oh.
He can go to here, no problem. Okay,
Yeah.
but the king is supposed to walk 1 step at once. So it's a different case. If to the left side, he cannot do the castling. This is totally wrong. Why it's wrong? Because he's supposed to walk here first and then here.
Oh, it's like this one.
Yes, this is something that I didn't know, and I used to play.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, I used to play with my friends. We are all good players before we didn't know this rule.
他那个
No.
国王本来应该要走一步，
Yeah.
如果他走一步会被吃掉，
Yeah.
所以他这样子的时候，他被吃掉，所以等于是原本他要被吃掉的位置变成别人，但还是看成是他，
Yeah.
跟刚刚那个一样。
一样那个一
Yeah.
样的意
Yeah.
思。
En-passant
I
is-
thought castle is taken
Yeah.
in one place when you move here and then jump here. Or it's a separate 2 moves.
就
It's this is called a one
所以
move.
就是不能
Yeah.
本来要死，然后没有
If
死这样
you
No,
can,
no, you move here, you can.
he has to switch places.
Yeah.
So you have to go to here, necessary.
But then you.
Yeah. Unless what you can do, actually you cannot. You cannot go here and wait
So
because
you
you are in
don't-
check, so it's impossible.
走 castling 不
So
做
you want to go here.
做
If you have to go
castling
here, you have to
还是
do
一样
this.
会被
对，
So
所以
we
刚
have to
刚
go
那个卡是
here.
不能做的。
Yeah, or here, for example.
因为它会吃
But
它。
but now this normal move is not castling. Okay. So let's say Ariel and Joseph and everyone here, we are playing in a tournament. Always move the king first for casting. Okay. Some people they do this. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. I know that the result is the same. It's the same, but the right movement should be first always the king and then.
Wait. But this
The tower.
taken only one
是
move,
这样
right?
子。
Huh?
一
This
二
is taken only one
可
move.
是
虽
这
然
No, no,
位
but
置
for the
一样
castling,
但是
no, no, it's
都一
two
样
two steps.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah, this called one move. This called one move.
king 比较重要。
And this called casting.
But originally, I only moved one square.
Yes, yes, original. Yeah.
So what will happen if we remove this first?
If there is no rook, there is no castling.
啊，就 just two
Yeah.
rooks.
Oh, I
king.
see. Because
We can.
we
can.
look we consider it's his move.
Yeah. Another detail for castling is, let's say, oh, I moved here and then I moved back and now I want to do the castling. It's impossible. You cannot do this.
Why?
It's the rule.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
It's like the. Do you remember when I explained the En-passant? I can only make this only once. Yeah.
En-passant just one.
Yeah. If I
First time.
yeah,
You
if
can
I
do
lose
it.
the opportunity, I cannot do anymore. I cannot do all. I make one movement here, one step here. I want to make jewel. You cannot do that. Doesn't exist. Okay. So it's the same case with the king, the castling. If I decide to go here and then go back, oh, let me go back now. I want to make the castling. Oh, no, you cannot. It's the rule. Once he moves, he cannot do the en-passant, the castling. The same case for the rook. I went here and back here. I want to do the en-passant. Sorry, the castling. Is it? Can I? You cannot. You cannot.
要讲错了。
Okay. So if I move here and move back here, can I do the castling? No, you can't because you move around the rook.
So castling is very hard because these three pieces cannot move.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, let's say if you move here, you didn't move here yet, you can make the castling here. But if both pieces move, you cannot do anymore. Or if only the king moves, you cannot. Yeah, okay. But there is no rook here, you can make only one side. Yeah. So there's some details that people.
这样子也可以 casting 啊，
Yeah.
所以就是3还是
Is castling a powerful result?
Yes, you can use castling, especially it's used for make defense position. To defend.
Like,
She means, is there an example?
yeah, when the king is in the middle, there's a lot of pieces that can be attacking it. So if you
Yeah.
want the king to his side, it's more like 躲在旁边.
Yeah.
And also you want to like put your pieces, your rooks, knights, bishops out. So
Yeah.
they're like attacking people, and this is the quickest way to get the rook out.
Oh.
Yeah. And some people, when they are building their defensive position, they do the castling, like part of the opening game. Okay, I will explain this later.
Okay.
Some people, I learned how to play without castling, so I don't care anymore. But I know Joseph, he loves the castling.
Okay, what are you talking about?
He loves.
But you have to move all those 5 pieces first.
Yeah, you have to move the 3 pieces here or the 2 pieces here. Yeah.
And you can casting also?
Huh?
No.
No, just 2 or 3 pieces. You can do cast.
不能在那里。
对。
Yeah.
他已经就是离开。
Yes. So in this case, is it possible to make castling or not? It's impossible because this knight can go here or here, right? So it's impossible because it will be in check position anyway. What about if this is here? Yes, to my right side I can do. Wait.
This I cannot.
And this I cannot because this is threaten my rook. Okay, so when there's any piece threaten the rook or the king, it cannot be done. Okay, but in this case it's back here. In this case it's okay. Okay, there is no attacking. It's attacking with this square. Okay, so no problem at all. Okay, the casting is the most difficult part for beginners. I know it will take time, so you should play many games until memorize. Oh yeah, and then later you can.
Lessons there.
And there's also lessons there, so you can make your exercise there. I recommend. Some rules and good
To
manners.
access the lessons, you need a membership, right? Or
I don't think so.
I think you
No,
need
not sure.
only 1 free lesson per day.
Only per day. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
But if you pay, then you can get like.
Okay, I will talk about some rules, some good manners, later some facts and curiosity, and then we start make some exercise. And I don't know if we have time for opening today. Maybe one very fast opening. Okay. And so I talk about the origin of chess, the Western chess. I will talk about the quickest checkmate possible. It's in 2 movements. It's possible.
Mate?
Huh?
Is it fool's mate?
Yeah, that's fool's mate called in English. Yeah, in Portuguese was mate do louco, it's crazy mate. Yeah, and there is a mate called scholar's mate. When I watched the movie Queen's Gambit. I will talk about the Queen's Gambit because of the movie. It was mentioned at the beginning of the, I think the first or second episode. He mentioned scholar's mate. I didn't know what. I know this the mate, but I learned in Portuguese. In Portuguese, we call mate do pastor. That means in English shepherd mate, and in some countries they call shepherd's mate. But it's more common scholar's mate, so it's the same thing. So let's say in English, scholar, yeah.
Mate for checkmate, because checkmate is like you win, right? Because you have the king.
Yeah.
M-A-T-E.
M-A-T. Yeah, scholars. It's the name of the mate.
And,
Name of the checkmate.
and how do you say in Portuguese?
In Portuguese, we say mate or checkmate do pastor. Pastor, that means shepherd. Yeah.
How do you say it in Chinese?
I have no idea.
Good question. Good question.
Okay. Okay, I will talk about. Oh, okay. We have some good manners in chess. Chess used to be played by gentlemen, and we have to have some manners, like usually, like for example. No, wait. No, wait. Usually, when you decide what to do, you move your piece. You cannot regret. I mean, sometimes it happens, but you cannot go back. No. It was here, not here. Try to do this. I know for beginners, sometimes, yeah, in the beginning when I was very young, I used to do that. And I know sometimes Joseph, Ariel, everyone do that. Everyone do that. Oh no, not here. Sorry. Yeah, so in Portuguese we say peça tocada, peça jogada. That means if you touch one piece, you move this piece.
Let's say it again. Yes.
Sorry, peça tocada, peça jogada. Peça means piece.
Huh?
Touch a piece, play it.
Oh, stone.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
Peça jogada. Yeah. Yeah.
We have that in Chinese too.
Yeah, so it's basic manners, good manners in any game, Chinese, Korean, Japanese games or whatever, right? So sometimes, or let's say, I don't know.
这是那个 draw， 这是 draw 平手。
哦，不是这个。Stalemate 看起来很像。
Scarlet.
这是平手，这是平手。
Oh, for example, in this example here, this pawn is attacking my king. I have the option to go here, or oh no, I will take this piece and then I will take. Oh no, wait a minute. You cannot do that. Wait a minute. There is no wait a minute. You have to decide first what you do. Okay. And in a tournament, you cannot do that. But among us, it's okay. We are more flexible. Okay. Yeah. Another thing is when when two people are playing chess and you are observing them. Don't give advice. It's so annoying, you know. Yeah. It's not only cheating, but sometimes they are having fun. They didn't ask for advice. It's so annoying when somebody starts. Oh, you should go here. You should do that. Unless both agree that this guy or girl give any advice. So it's a good manner. It's also in Chinese chess, right? But some people, they are looking and they start, oh, no, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. That's so annoying, right? Anyway, but this happens a lot. Always happens, right? But I always observe. I see, oh, it's not good move, but I keep quiet because I don't want to be an annoying person. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the quickest checkmate and the Queen's Gambit. I know Joseph and Ariel, they know already how to place so they don't need to help. Only Jackie, Andy, and Tim, please let them place it.
Maybe Joseph can play with.
Oh yeah, you can play.
Ah
Yeah, you can sit there over there.
这是什么？就是就是可能就是你走4步你就射4步，就是双方加起来走4步。他刚刚说最快是这样，所以双方都走。
Did you go to AUCLA? Oh, fun. Good fun there.
Please subscribe and thumbs up. Não se esqueça de se inscrever e deixar o like. Obrigado. 请订阅和按赞。チャンネル登録といいねお願いします。Suscríbete y dale me gusta, porfa. Iscriviti e lasciami piace, per favore.